Hi guys, I'm Nom. I'm back again. I think this is the end of my 7th week, or the catch up from the end of the 7th week. I've lost track of weeks. Or 6th, it might be the 6th week on my Wegovy journey. And really it's a journey, first of all, initially to try and lose some weight, and then to try and get life. Welcome back if you've been with me. I appreciate the company on the journey. I appreciate the lovely comments. I just thought I've kind of been putting it off. I don't know how I feel. Last week I was quite naughty. I had several bad, low emotionally, low physically days. Physically, yeah. So last week was hard. And the scales confused me. I weighed first thing, which I don't usually do, and it said I had put on 0.4 of a kilo or something. And I'd been worried about weighing, so I was like, oh, fair enough. Kind of expected that. And I went back to bed for a bit. And when I got up and weighed myself, when I usually do, I thought, well, let's just try again. You never know, it might have changed over a few hours, but it had. And when I weighed myself when I usually do, which is about lunchtime when I get up, second time, about lunchtime I get up, I weigh myself, and then I do the injections about lunchtime on a Saturday. It had gone down and said I'd lost 0.4 of a kilo. Yeah, so I'm getting muddled with my words, getting muddled with the numbers. Earlier in the morning it said I put on 500.5 of a kilo, and then later in the morning it said I'd lost 0.4 from last week, so it'd gone down 0.9 of a kilo in just a few hours. What do you do with that? I don't know what you do with that. I was very confused. Of course, in the app I put the lower figure because they have an app to keep track of your journey, and I can put my food in, and it's not calorie counting, but it gives you a rough guesstimate on your fibre intake and carbs and protein and fat and sugar. I know it's not accurate, it's an AI thing, it counts from your picture or description. So I put the lower figure in, being a little bit cheeky there. Well, no, it was the lower figure was the one when I usually do it. So I just counted on that, and it's half a kilo either way, which is kind of a whole kilo-ish. I was confused. Anyway, I got a message from the company, and I got an email from the company saying, can you please weigh yourself in the next 3 days? And that was yesterday, which was Monday. So I got up this morning and thought, should I or should I just leave it from the Saturday weight? And I thought, well, Saturday was very confusing, so I'll weigh myself today, which is only after 3 days, and I don't want to get weighing myself all the time. So I weighed myself, and from Saturday it was 130.1 kilos. Today it was 129.2 kilos. That's 0.9 of a kilo in a few days. Anyway, I wish it just... It had been confusing on Saturday. I'm still confused now, really, but a bit more settled. But what it did do was the numbers. I started my journey at 147 kilos. I still see 147 kilos when I look at myself, which is why I'm kind of not looking at myself. 147 kilos. So I have lost, I'm 129.2. I've lost 17 kilos. So it's an interesting figure. And I can't see where, I mean, maybe a little bit, but I've still got the chin. I still, yeah, can't see it, can't really feel it, but I've lost 17 kilos. Now, to reach my goal of going riding, I have to get, I think their maximum weight is 15 kilos. And obviously it depends on whether they've got the horses in that can carry that weight, or if they've not gone lame, or it's a figure that I just said I've got to head for that 15 stone, and then I should be able to ride somewhere, maybe. So that is 95 kilos. I'm at 129.2. I've got to lose 30. 34, 35 kilos. I've lost 17. I've got another 34, 35 to go. But that, 17 times, no, can't do the sum. 2 17s is 34, and I've got to lose another 34, 35 kilos. So it's mad, and I can't see it, and I don't know how, but I'm a third of the way there. I'm a third of the way to getting on a horse again. So I've got to do what I've done. And I know it'll slow down and get harder, and I need to do more as time goes on, but hopefully I'll be able to. But from where I started, I'm a third of the way to getting on a horse, which is quite a lot. It's quite big. It's quite big sum. So, yeah, it's just blown my mind a bit today. It's good. It is good. I was speaking to my doctor, not yesterday, Friday. Speaking to my doctor one day last week, and I said, I can't stop thinking about food. I can't. It's on my mind all the time. Everything is like food. I want all the bad stuff. She said I'm still on a low dose because I'm on the second step. I think I've got one more week on this step before it goes up again. She said I'm still on a low dose, and hopefully, she said what it does is it cuts out all the food noise. It cuts out the food noise. which is just exactly what I need. So I hope it helps. I'm ordering junk food, cookie pies, cookies, cakes, Oreos. I ordered Oreos, flavours that I hadn't tried before, and it's very hard not to eat more than one Oreo. Thankfully, I didn't really like, I liked one of them, but not the other one. As well, I would eat them anyway. But I'm trying really hard not to, but I'm ordering them. And I did share with my sister and nephews. I woke up to an email saying, your order's been dispatched. I'm like, oh, what did I order? Different flavoured Kit Kats. 4 different types of different flavoured Kit Kats. And sweet tarts. And a can of Mountain Dew. I want different flavours. I want different flavours. I want different tastes. It's all I think about, and it's exhausting. Obviously I'm not doing badly. I haven't binge eaten, but it's more temptation. It's more there if I've ordered it. But I get sick and tired of just drinking squash and just crave different tastes. And then I'm someone that said you've got to try everything once, but I'm very selective on what I want to try. So it's the different flavoured Kit Kats that I want to try. And thankfully Mum's been quite enjoying the cookie pies with me. I have a small slice, and we share a slice, so I just wish I wasn't like that, and I wish I wasn't thinking about food all the time. So hopefully, I guess as the doses increase, hopefully it helps, and hopefully the side effects don't wipe me out. I have been struggling several days each week, the last couple of weeks, physically and emotionally, and I've got to do as much as I can, but not overdo it. Not with the chronic fatigue. If you do that bit too much, it can wipe you out for days, where you can't do anything. So it's going to be difficult to juggle, and I'll just have to keep juggling. I guess it's really nice that the sums just add up today, and I'm a third of my way there, so that's really positive. Not in a way that I could see it. I'm wondering now if I should go and try and buy the biggest pair of jumpers I can find. They won't fit me, but my friend was saying, order something that you really would like to wear, that you can aim to get into, small steps, because I'm not seeing or feeling any progress yet, and I've got a long-term goal to get on a horse, go to this dude ranch, But I'm not good at short-term goals. Lips are so dry. I'll put some lip balm on in a minute. My lips and my mouth have been getting very, very, very dry. Particularly in the mornings, particularly when I'm walking, and it's not dehydration. I usually have a pint of water squash before I go. I've got a flask here, I'm swigging water as I go. It's not dehydration, but I can feel it in my throat now. It's not as bad as it was when I was walking, but my throat and my lips, the skin just cracks off them. I think that is a side effect. Now, the GP did say many of my meds can do that, but it's the one symptom that's got worse since starting the Wegovy, so I think that is a side effect. It's definitely gone worse with adding the Wegovy, because I did have it a bit before, but it's definitely got worse. So I'm going to try and get some sugar-free gum. I don't chew gum, but it might help with the mouth being dry, I don't know. Or sugar-free sucky sweets, because that seems to help a bit. Yeah, so I might think about buying some jodhpurs, the biggest I can find, and aim to get in them someday. I did see a t-shirt from America I fancied. It wouldn't fit me. I knew it wouldn't fit me, and I didn't want to spend 35 quid on a t-shirt, but do I? Wouldn't it be nice to have something to aim to get into? I don't know. We shall think about that. Got a kind of a busy week this week. We did some shopping and stuff yesterday that needed doing. I brought Matthew to his appointment. Tomorrow we're out. I'm not going to say where yet, but me and Mum are going out for a bit at lunchtime. Thursday I've got to go to the dentist. I have a lovely dentist, but it's one of my biggest fears, and now I have to pay. Because my dentist went from having some NHS patients to none. But like I say, my dentist is really nice and knows of my fears, and so it's... yeah, not looking forward to that. That's Thursday. Friday's nothing. Saturday I've got to take my niece riding. We're busy. We're deep watching a trial at the minute, Mum and I. It's a retrial. Case should never have come to court. Case should have been dismissed. Case is a huge, mind-blowing, unbelievable case in Massachusetts. And Mum and I are kind of really invested. So we watch all of the trial. We watch all the last trial, all the proceedings in between. I watched some of the proceedings before the first trial. So we're kind of invested, but it's a full-time job. Massachusetts time, it starts about 2 our time, between 2 p.m. and 9 p.m. our time. Like today, we'll be starting 2 hours late because I'm out with Matthew now. so we have to play catch up. You can catch up in the lunch break bit, but playing catch up, it's like a full-time job, but we're so invested. I think I'll lose faith in humanity if she gets sent to jail. That's the scary thing. And it's really possible with all the corruption over there. So it's scary. I'm aiming to get more walks in this week. I think I walked 4 days last week. I'm gonna aim for 5, but like tomorrow, I'm not sure how I'll manage it unless I get up really early, and I'm not very good at really early. Thursday I'll be able to walk them after the dentist. Yeah, Friday should be fine. So I may or may not walk them tomorrow, but we will see. And if I don't walk them tomorrow, if I walk Thursday and Friday, then to do 5, I only have to do 1 day at the weekend. And I don't see any reason why I shouldn't be able to walk. My goal is to be walking the dogs every day. That's what they deserve. The older 2 don't necessarily need it. The younger one could do with more than I can give him at the minute, but we'll get there. I'm trying to walk the older 2. Like I said, I've said before, I have to walk the dogs separately because I have a monster. So I walk the older 2, and it's a set walk, and it's about half an hour. And then I take the monster out, and I'm trying to stretch his walk as I am able to. This week I've had to keep his walk to half an hour as well because of time constraints. But if I, like at the weekend, I walked him much further. So I'm doing what I can. It's funny to think where the future might go. I've got no idea. I can't imagine losing weight. I can't imagine feeling fit. I don't know what that looks like or feels like. I don't know who I'd be. I don't know how I'd be. I don't know what I'd do. It's funny to think about, so I'm just going to concentrate on 1 day at a time, doing what I can, onwards and upwards. It's lovely hearing the birds. So yeah, I think I'm going to pick up my book now. Really enjoying Sunrise on the Reaping. Just too tired to read too much, but I'm really enjoying this one. The last book I wasn't enjoying, and it took me a couple of months. So this one, hopefully I'll get through quicker. I'm really enjoying it. But I've enjoyed all the books, and the movies are good as well, so that helps. Yeah. I don't know if there'll be a big change now in weight between, what day is it, Tuesday and Saturday. Probably not a big change, but so I shouldn't get my hopes up. But I will weigh on Saturday and let you guys know how it's going. And if there's anything exciting going on. I don't have anything exciting to say now. Oh, it's been a while, so I'm going to say goodbye, and I shall see you all next week. Thanks for listening.